Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Oh my god, that fan's really annoying. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and if you're wondering why I'm sat in a dark room, it's because the fan's annoying me on the lights. But today I'm doing my makeup, which I will have to change the angle because the lighting's not the best. But yeah, I'm doing my makeup today. I haven't done a makeup video in a while. I don't think I actually done a makeup video since I reset my channel. But I'm doing a makeup video, so let's get into it. Okay, so now I've got you in a bit of a better angle. You guys can see my face clearly. I'm going to start by putting my hair back so I don't get foundation in my hair, which is very messy right now. Very messy, very greasy. And yes, I'm recording in my bathroom. I do that a lot when it comes to makeup stuff because I don't want to get anything anywhere else. You probably couldn't hear that. I said I couldn't get anything anywhere else. But anyway, I'm going to start off with a very light layer of this moisturizer right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. But that's the one I'm starting off with. It's a tinted moisturizer. Super handy. It's got sun cream in it. I put sun cream on every day. Great way to base. I use it a lot. I'm really in love with it. I think it works really nice. And my mum uses it. And I highly suggest you guys get this tinted moisturizer. It's got SPF 50. And it works really well with my skin tone. It blends quite well in. Especially because I don't know if you guys know this, but I am actually so pale that I have a vitamin D deficiency. So I really do need to have like some tint in my skin. And this stuff has got the tint that I need. But yeah, I'm gonna start with that. I'm gonna have to turn the other light on. I can't deal with it. There we go. Is that actually? No, I think that's worse. Hold on. Never mind. So yeah, that's the base that I'm starting off with. By the way, if you guys see me doing this, it's because the mirror is underneath. I've got you guys taped to a mirror. Because I'm not, I'm not fancy. I'm not tech savvy, so you guys are taped to a mirror. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with that. And then I'm gonna go in with two different foundations, which I need to go to Boots and see if they can get me a perfect shade. But I'm going to use these two mixed with some bronzing glow spray. So I'm just going to shake that up. And I kind of use the lid from that. My brush looks really bad right now, but like I use it and I just spray it all in there. And I just mix it with all my foundations because my foundation kind of game is very low. So I normally put in like a few spritzes of that. So I'm putting a few spritzes of that. Might have to pour it actually because it's not really going in properly. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. Because that adds the bronze into my face because I'm not very dark skinned, and because I'm quite pale, I'm not albino, but I am quite pale, so I do generally put in a lot of like tint to my makeup so I can look a little bit darker. Otherwise, I don't really look that good. I mean, camera does a lot of favors for me because the camera makes me look a lot darker. And that's very good for me. So I'm just going to add 2 pumps of this, and I just kind of pour the other one in. And I do a few, and I pour both of my other things in. So yeah, and then I just get my brush, and I just kind of like mix it all around and just keep going until it kind of like all gets on my brush. I kind of just plop it on my face and look at that shade match. Now it doesn't look that good, but it blends out perfectly. So I'm just gonna add some there on my head, and I'm just gonna add some on my neck. Sometimes if I add some on my arms, I do that because my arms are actually really brown right now. I say that, they don't look brown, but they are. Sometimes I add it to my arms to make my arms look a little bit darker. But I'm not going to do that today, so I'm just going to add it to my face. And as you can see, that is kind of... It doesn't look like shade match, but it blends out to be a shade match. So, yeah, I'm just going to do that. There's a lot more in there, so if I do need to use more, I can. Right, so now I've got my beauty blender after just soaking it lightly. I'm just going to blop into my face, and I really just beat my face with it, you know, just beat it down quite aggressively. We're just gonna beat that into my face. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep beating it into my face, and I'm just gonna time lapse this, and I'll be over in like 3 seconds. Okay, after patting that into my face, I'm going to keep patting in rather than talking, but I'm now going to go in with some of the powders and also my blush. I'm going to do my blush first. But now, my blush is one of those things where you have to trust the process. I need to quickly find my blush brush before I do that though, because otherwise I'm going to end up putting it in and not realizing that my blush brush is like halfway across my house. So, let me quickly find it. Okay, I got it. No, yeah, the brush is broken, but fine. So I'm just gonna blop it there, and I'm just gonna get like that, and I'm just gonna pop it on the other side. I'm just gonna blend it out. And now I know it might look a little bit scary, but I need you guys to trust the process and just look how pigmented that is. Yeah, it's so pigmented. So I only need a tiny dot, but no. I'm going to tell you guys to trust in me. It does look kind of scary right now, I do agree. But I'm a makeup artist, so like you guys can trust me. I'm not an official makeup artist, but I'm pretty sure like every person over the age of like 12 now is a makeup artist, so like it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. By the way, that is not a hit to makeup artists because they can do some crazy stuff that I can't do. And I'm just gonna blend this out. I mean, it looks pretty scary. And I absolutely love it when people walk in on me when I'm doing this, because it's just, people find it so scary to find me doing this to my face. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of dot some everywhere. Now I'm just gonna start blending it around my face, because eventually I do like to try and start blending it all over my face, because I am naturally quite blush, so blush is quite a useful tool for me. There we go, and now I'm gonna put on my bronzer. And the bronzer is also another pretty scary tool that I dropped the brush. Bronzer is a pretty scary tool with me. Already, I can feel in your hearts that you must be terrified, but it is one of those things where you have to trust the process. I'm gonna have to look in the mirror for this as well. But like, I'm a pretty scary person, so like, my procedures are pretty scary myself. And like, I just gotta take it all around my face. I like kind of try and use one side and just blend it to the next. And it does work. Like, you guys do need to trust that this does work. And I really feel like you guys aren't trusting it, so I'm gonna keep saying it. This does work. I do this all the time. My makeup ends up looking okay, so. Anyway, it does look pretty scary right now, but in a minute, it's gonna look really good. Anyway, I'm gonna use, I use this bronzer palette. I picked it up at a random store. I don't use any like big name brands, or not that I think anyway. I just get what I get from the store. Get it all from the drugstore. Drugstore makeup. Drugstore makeup is like really good as well. Now, as you can see, it's looking pretty scary at the minute, but it just needs to be blended out. And sometimes I like to use my beauty blenders to sometimes blend things out, because it really just beats everything down. So now I'm going to go over everything with a beauty blender before going over my second layer of everything. And that's right, there's a second layer. So I'm just going to keep beating all my blush and all my bronzing down. Go my second layer of bronzer, and that's just kind of like the everywhere else bronzer. Like the separate bronzer, because this bronzer, everyone. So this one here, now look a little bit more chill. I'm gonna go in with some more bronzer. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go on my forehead with this. Now I'm going to, after getting this very ugly looking design, yeah, I know. I'm gonna go back over with Beauty Blender and places that I need to just blend out a little bit more, like around the blush and just everywhere. Just gonna pat down my face again, just so I can really get it all blended out. There we go. And now I'm gonna go on with my next thing. And my next thing is going to be, I'm just gonna quickly get ready for my lips to be done. I'm gonna put on a little bit of that blush. I'm just gonna pat it on my lips for now. And then I'm gonna quickly go with the next kind of tool that I'm gonna be using, and that is, I need to find it now. But the next tool I'm going to be using is some setting powder. Super fun to use. I like to use it all the time. I'm just gonna get some setting powder. I'm just gonna get it all over my face. And probably like, but your face isn't oily or greasy. I know, I just use it as a dividing kind of thing to just divide the rest of my makeup from the next layer, which is gonna be the concealer. And I really break it out with the concealer. I'm gonna get some concealer on my forehead and some concealer under my eyes, because I get really dark under eyes, and on my chin, on my lip, on my nose, and on my under eye, right there, right here. So now, as you can see, I've got the very scary looking design of it all over my face. There's my makeup is scary, but it looks good, so like, what can I really say? And I'm just gonna use my finger just to blend it out really nicely. Just pat it down. I say nicely, but I really beat my face, so yeah. Just pat it down into the skin and just get it really around that lip. I really conceal my upper lip a lot. I should just beat it into my face, up around my nose, and all here. You know, when I have concealer on my eye, I can never feel, I don't know if I'm crying or if it's just concealer. So let's blend this concealer on this eye out. Try and kind of get it in like a triangle pattern almost from my eye, so I can kind of, you know, get it down in a triangle here. And I then go again with the triangle motion of just trying to get it in like a triangle sort of space in my eye. By the way, I'm not telling you guys to do this makeup because the way I do it's quite drastic, and it might not end up good for everyone, especially because I really go over the top with my makeup. And I will never suggest anyone to copy me, because the thing is, with makeup looks differently for everybody. So you trying to copy someone else's makeup doesn't always look good for you. It's like me. It's like, again, saying a white person copying a black person's makeup or a black person copying a white person's makeup. It's not always going to turn out good because we're opposite skin tones, so we're going to use opposite kind of styles. So yeah. That's another thing I will say. Do not try and copy this look unless you have someone to supervise and assist. Because it took me a long time to learn how to do makeup in a style that really suited me. Because I copied other people, which didn't really work for me. Because copying other people never really works. Because people have different styles of using and styling their makeup. And that is exactly why we, as humans, should not copy each other, because copying people doesn't always work the way you want it to. And that is exactly why I don't copy other people's makeup and people shouldn't copy mine unless, you know, you have me or, you know, someone who knows how to do thick layered on makeup. And you're probably wondering, right now, how does this not look so cakey? It's because I have learned the right amounts to not make it look cakey. Also, I have a final touch to make sure it definitely doesn't look cakey, but right now I think I'm looking good. So yeah, the next step is quite surprising actually, and it's more blush. I don't know how I can say it without being blunt. It's more blush. That's right, I'm putting more blush on my face. I wear a lot of blush. I'm naturally quite blushed. So I try and copy my natural kind of blush look, because I naturally am really red in the face. I mean, not today. I've been putting a lot of like tinted creams, which have really been lowering the redness in my face. But I kind of just used a kind of a dark pink. I'm using eyeshadow for this, by the way. I use lipstick and eyeshadow for my blush instead of normal stuff. And I just kind of pat it on there. And it looks generally okay. It looks better in real life than it does on camera so far. I kind of just blend it out, you know, on my face. And just make sure it kind of blends in there. So I'm just gonna kind of like style it in. And then again, I'm just gonna kind of go over with my beauty blender on here and just really get that on there to really make sure that I like to use a beauty blender in every stage to kind of blend, to make sure everything is properly blended into my face. I think it really works. I think the style itself kind of looks nice, and I kind of feel like the kind of like look, make sure everything's looking less cakey and just natural. Well, not natural, but because I'm not going for a natural look. If I was going for a natural look, I would definitely would have done all these stages. This is just kind of like fancy makeup. Like I would do this if I'm going out. Like this is not every day. Every day I basically don't wear makeup. This is mostly for videos. But next step I'm going with is my lips. I'm going to start with my lips. I used a little bit of blush earlier. And I've been doing that as that dry. So as you can see, I use a little bit of blush. And now I'm going to get my lip liner. I got a very messy makeup bag, so like it takes me a second to find things because I'm not tidy when it comes to my makeup. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of line in my lips. I have to look into the actual mirror for this. I kind of line it in quite thick because my lips are generally quite thin. Kind of. I don't know if I'd say my lips are thin or if they're thick. They're kind of like medium. So yeah, they look quite thin on camera, but like actually my lips quite big. My mum's always told me I shock it in, but I don't know. And I'm gonna, this is quite like weird, but I'm gonna a liner in the center of my lip there, and I use it for kind of like when I'm doing my I use it for when I do like the powder touches, and then I'm gonna get some kind of like nudie brown on the inner corner, and then for the final touch, I'm going to use final touch on my lips. I'm going to get out some lip gloss, some just plain lip gloss, and just kind of use it to really blend everything. I'm going to use this one. I got this one for Christmas, and I'm literally just going to and I'm really just going to blend that out. Yeah, so as you can see, that is kind of how that looks. And I really like it. So Next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. I really don't work hard on my eyebrows. My eyebrows are naturally, I think, alright looking. I don't think they're too bad. I kind of just use the kind of clear stuff. I'm just going to go over my eyebrows. And, yeah, I just kind of leak that over. And there we go, that's my eyebrows done. And I really just don't do anything else to them. I'll just leave them the way they are. They look fine. And then I'm going to move on to eyeshadow now. My eyeshadow is pretty much random. Today, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna get my contour and bronzer, and I'm just gonna put this on. So I'm gonna go put this on. I'll be right back. Guys, to finish everything off, I'm going to finally add some final ingredients. I'm going to add 3 final things to my face. The first thing is eyeliner. I have to add some eyeliner into my face, so I'm going to do this off camera because I need to stand up and like look into a mirror in silence and focus. I don't think you guys want to see that, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna do my eyelashes now. Now, I don't have fake eyelashes. I just put clear stuff on my eyelashes, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so here's the final look. What do you guys think? Is it a cute or a fail?